So we are underway. First header won by Daniel Cleary. Just a bit of a loose one from Alfie Lewis, and gives an opportunity straight away for Dundalk who won the attack here. And it's to the feet of Michael Duffy. And it's straight in, and it's an interesting start for Dundalk, a good start for Dundalk, should I say. Will Patching with the effort and a first involvement. So it's Patching to pick it up, and that's a nice pass, intercepted, and an important interception then by a Banquet. Sloggett wants a corner, he's not sure if he's going to go for a corner, so he's actually kept it in, and he's fed Sean Murray, and that is a big chance for Dundalk in the 10th minute here, and I'm not sure if he just didn't get the connection he wanted on it. Big crowds themselves, which they haven't been using in recent years, but I'm sure they enjoyed themselves
they
as well.
do, of course they do. And do you know what? We have probably the best in the league at the moment in Neil Doyle. He'll know not to, he knows what's at stake for the players here. It's important to players and the staff that they don't get over, there's not too much emotions there. They've got to understand that, what goes on the pitch. The crowd are going to get behind me. You could hear the crowd chanting every time, someone put his hand on Billy there, but it's part that doesn't boil over, and both teams are disciplined.
Oh, lovely pass by Barrett. Pass of the night so far, out to the feet of Dara Burns, who's going to run 1v1 here with Leahy. He's fed it to Lennon. Some shout for handball, but wishful thinking, I think, from the St. Pat's fans. And that battle between Patrick Cuban and Paddy Barrett's going to be a great one.
I just wonder, Jay, when he drift over this side now, that he always... Can you just let this play?
Yeah, lovely ball by Lewis, out to Burns, cross to Matty Smith, and he's just flicked that wide. Great cross by Burns, and Smith managed to find a yard of space in the box, but just unable to direct his effort on target. Dara Burns playing on the front foot into the feet of Smith. A nice turn by Matty Smith, who'll strike this one. It's Andy Boyle this time to block it. The game really starting to heat up now. Dundalk on the attack here, and St. Pat's have to recover quickly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tempo now to it, Jay, and it's just probably just turnovers. People getting excited.
Yeah, Duffy back to Patching.
It's a great feat. I just go back to it again, Jay. I think Lee has got what Lee can't do. Lee can't go in no man's land tonight, and I think Paddy Barrett, who knows Pat Hoban, he's probably the one that would have played all them balls from the right side of centre back in Dundalk. He's got to understand that this is what he does. He drops into that half space, and do I go in after him doing that? And it's just a little flick because Lee thinks, I'm going to go in after him. And if that happens more often than not, Duffy is going to get opportunities to get on the ball and get running, especially in towards Yaros in the goal.
So the players just have a chance to take a little bit of a breath in terms of Dundalk happy to keep the ball in their own half, and St. Pat's happy to get in that defensive shape at the moment. Oh, that's nice play, and Sean Murray could be in here. Banquet has to be careful, and a Banquet just did enough to ensure that he didn't actually give away a foul or give away a penalty, but also put the attacker off, who clearly...
That set piece is coming out deep to kind of pull out Cleary and pull out Boyle to leave. It looked like Jamie Lennon might be the one that was trying to go in. I didn't see who was marking him, being honest with you on it, but it was a...
Well, that's a loose one by Sloggett, and a chance here for Pats. Here's Billy King, and it's gone through goalkeeper Peter Cherry, and St. Patrick's Athletic lead here in the Extra.ie FAI Cup semi-final. Isn't on the agenda anymore.
Now on the flip side of that, Peter Cherry stand there going, come on Duffy, Hoban, Patchen, you boys bail me out now, because that's what it's about, playing football in a team sport.
Big chance here for King to Ian Birmingham. The St. Pat's captain here can strike this with his left foot, and he's done so, and it's just inches wide of the near post. And St. Pat's fans here in the Camac thought it was in. Jared Bryan might have thought it was in as well, but Bryan there in the front row, enjoying his evening here with the famous St. Pat's bell. Oh, Banquet's just been dispossessed there by Patching, and here's Hooban. Patrick Hooban's through, and it is 1-1. Dundalk have equalised in the 41st minute here at Richmond Park, and that man, Patrick Hooban, has been in such good form for the Lily Whites this season. His 19th goal share of the season so far. It's
another slip, I think. James has just slipped as he's taking it down, and it's the same as Sloggett. It's a great finish, in fairness, but Hooban. But listen, it just goes to show mistakes happen in games. James has got to get up and get on with it, just the way Sloggett has got up and get on with it. It's just one of those things. Really good finish, and I just said 39 minutes, you just wanted it to get to 6 minutes to half time. It didn't feel like it was coming, Jamie, being honest with you, but unfortunately when top players are around, that's what happens. But listen,
so St. Pat's pressing a little higher up in this half, but Dundalk do well to work their way out through initially Cherry, then Sloggett, then Boyle, and now it's Leahy. And Lee just spreads that one wide on the brilliant Richmond Park surface, which Ger mentioned in the first half. It's in really, really good condition for the middle of October. There's been lots of games on it, a couple of under 15 internationals last week, as Jason Dunn, who's Ireland under 15s, played Poland in 2 friendlies, and had some academy games here as well. Another match here Monday, and then we play Monday, Friday the following week as well, at home to Bohemians on the Monday, and then at home to Sligo on the Friday. And sandwiched in between that is a trip to relegated Longford Town this night next week. And that's going to be well saved by Yaros, just to ensure that it doesn't go out for a corner kick, actually.
With Dara Leahy or getting in that inside channel via Andy Boyle.
Yeah, Burns 19 now, making his 23rd appearance of the season, a 16th start. He scored 6 times as well, former Ireland and Northern Ireland underage international. And it's been a real bright spark this season, and a real bright spark in the game this evening as well. Having his longest run of the campaign in the team, has won a couple of Club Player of the Month awards as well, and was recently nominated for the League Player of the Month. Well, that will be a couple of months ago at this stage, but still a great achievement for someone so young. And I know his family and friends are all here to watch him in his biggest game of his career tonight. And Lennon just needs to be careful, because if that was given as a free, it might have been another yellow. It's Leahy, and Hickman's back to Leahy, and it's into the box. Oh, it's Hoob, and he's just missed it at the far post. I'm not sure if there was too much pace on the cross, but that was almost a devastating attack by Dundalk.
Proper. But keep getting the ball. Andy Boyle has nearly dropped back into his own box. Continue to be aggressive there and get on it. Good
tackle by Lennon, and an important one, because if Duffy had to rob that one, he would have had 4 or 5 teammates racing towards the Pats box. They would have had a definite overload in that scenario. So Hickman looking for options here, and he's tried to find the feet of Forrester, and it's a bit of a loose clearance by Patching, and that is an unbelievable pass by Dara Burns. Is Matty Smith through? Oh, what a goal for St. Patrick's Athletic! What a pass by Dara Burns, and Matty Smith.
It'd be just interesting to see who it is, Jay, because Jamie Lennon is an important part of this, the way Pats play at the moment, and giving a little bit of freedom. It might be a case of Chris drops in beside Alfie Lewis and just take that risk out of a yellow card.
But before then, the Docker on the attack, it's Leahy, and he's come inside in his weaker right foot, and that's him with the Dundalk fans. And now it's time for the first substitution of the evening. I'd say if you ask League of Ireland opposition players where they least enjoy playing, it's in front of the St. Pat's fans on the Camac side, Ger.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I mean that as a compliment to the Pats fans.
Yeah, listen, I've sat here for a lot of the games I've played for years in front of them, and they never overstep the mark. There's 1 or 2 clubs in different sections of the away stands that absolutely overstep the mark.
Oh, and Birmingham just slipped on that occasion, and it led to Dunmingham just having a little bit of space to cross this one in. But good positioning by Lewis. But it's whipped back in, and Hubin's really dangerous in these spots. And Jack Hickman actually did brilliant there, just to
really
get in and cover his centre back, and maybe just give Hubin one there somewhere where you don't really want to get the ball.
The physio can do it, but Dan Cleary's standing there looking at Matty Smith 10 yards away from him, just letting him run. And again, that's what I'm saying. Poor Dan was out for such a long time with a bad injury. Tired legs are going to start affecting it. It's just whether Pats can kind of capitalise on that.
And again, Burns, who's really improved on his defensive duties this season as a senior player, is back around. And the real trust shown in him by the coaching staff that he's playing most games, starting most games, and still being on the pitch with 6, 7, 8 minutes left. And he's going to have to defend here because he's got a couple of Dundalk players on that side. And that is an unbelievable effort. What a strike by Will Patching. 35 yards out. So a good battle there between Coughlin and Boyle, and it's Coughlin who's come out on top at the moment on that one. Burns into the feet of McClellan, who can turn, and he is a left-footed player here, just looking for a yard to shoot. He's found Matty Smith. Oh, side footer just wide. I think Dundalk had a player in the way that he couldn't actually get the shot on target, but nice play again between. Well, he's got the likes of Sammy Benamar on the bench, Han as well, who's been a bright player when he's had opportunities this season. And speaking of bright players, here's Coughlin into Dara Burns, who's going 1v1 here with Peter Cherry. Burns, he's shipped it over the goalkeeper, and he scored to make it 3-1 to St Patrick's Athletic. It's that man Dara Burns. To Boyle, being encouraged to shoot, but he's passed it into the feet of Macmillan. And again, there could be a counter-attack here, and you wouldn't be surprised if Pat's actually got a fourth on the counter, because Dundalk have to put everyone forward now.
You know what, Pat, they've managed the game really well, Jay. They scored that second goal at such a crucial time. They defended really well. They haven't coughed up many chances.
And that's a strike across goal by Macmillan, but good goalkeeping there by Yaros, and he'll certainly take as much time as possible.